My name's Arnold Tarpley. I play for the Pittsburgh Maulers, and I play safety. What I love about football the most is that you get to go out and play with your teammates, and you also get to put your talents on display. So no matter if you are a really smaller individual or really tall, if you're a little bit bigger, a little bit faster, a little bit slower, you're super strong, you get to display those talents every week or every day, depending on how frequently you play or practice with a group of 11 other individuals. Up until I got to college, I never really had any major injuries. I had broken my arm, but I was only out for probably 2 months. I think I was in 8th grade. When I got to college, I had torn my pectoral muscle on my left-hand side. So I was out for about 3 months. And then my last practice of my senior year, I tore my right ACL. Outside of that, I haven't had any major injuries. So I would say 3 altogether for a lifetime, and those 2 in college. Yeah, so since seeing Miss L with the treatments I've had, most of it has been to just increase range of motion through scar tissue that I had, not even actually on the major injuries that I had so far. They've all been on like ankle or just like adductor, just different areas of my body, just to improve that range of motion, get the blood flow back and make sure everything's functioning really well. I like to take pride in taking care of my body since having those injuries, so I decided to learn a whole lot more kind of about myself and different areas where I can improve. So I like to, what most people call it, pre-hab. So be preventative before things can happen. So she's been tremendous with making sure that I've been able to do that to make sure that no major injuries do happen. I can share the experiences I had pre and post treatment. Pre-treatment, I had a limited range of motion in my left ankle. It was stopping me from being able to break as effectively. As a safety, you know how valuable that is to be able to break on the ball and intercept it or get a pass deflection. And then post, after working with L, I was able to have increased range of motion, so I was able to help my transitions with my footwork and made a actually really good play the first time that I'd worked with her on that ankle. I think it was the second game of the season versus New Jersey. And had a pass deflection off of that ankle. So just something that small that we did for that period of time made a tremendous difference. And that was week 2, and now we're week 9. I get lost. I'm sorry, but now we're week 9 and still feeling great. Yeah. So I would say that this treatment is a lot different than other experiences I've had as a football player. Most of the time, they give you shots, or they give you like ibuprofen or just pills or different things like that. And then even sometimes they do have preventative measures, but a lot of times those preventative measures are only for an acute period of time. They'll last for maybe a week, or most of the time, honestly, only a few days. But with this, and it was funny because I was joking with her when we first started. I was like, well, how long is this gonna last? She's like, well, it's not gonna come back unless you hurt it again, it won't come back. And I've been a testimony of that because, like I said, with my ankle, even just that small part of my body, we were able to get it back. And like I said, I haven't had to look back at it at all. And I think that is what distinguishes what she's doing and what the team is doing to make sure that the people they're working with are having these tremendous results that a lot of people probably can't even believe, is because they actually do last. Most people's results, they're so quick, and it's like, oh, it's very fleeting. But this is one of those things that's permanent. And her going into detail about how the whole process works, it makes sense when you look at it just from a logical standpoint, and how the process that she's going through with your body versus the other ones, they're only meant to be temporary. So as an athlete, that's super important because we want these results to last for a long period of time. We don't want them to be short-lived. My name is Arnold Lee Tarpley III. Some people know me as Trey. I play for the Pittsburgh Maulers and I play safety. Have you met L? Live.